I'm just in love. Alright, y'all. Let's get into it.
Hey dolls, this is Amisha from the official Dollhouse channel and official Dollhouse team. I created this channel as my side channel, just so I can relax and things like that, just like a chill channel, because as you may know, life has been very stressful these days, and I find as often as I stress, I should add something to relax to my day, because there's gotta be a balance system to everything, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is generally what the channel is created for. It's kind of like a diary, I guess you could say an art diary, because I will be showcasing my 2D and 3D art mixtures on this channel. I love art. I love 2D art, love 3D art, and I think I love maybe art of all kinds. It just, yeah, I just kind of like it all. There's some, I may not like it like that much, but a lot of art, I can resonate with a lot of art that's out there. There's so many different styles that I like of art, so it's hard to just label it as one, but I do know the art style that I am passionate about is 3D arts. I think, it's not even a think, I know I've been doing art since I was very young. I say more so in my teen years I started doing art. Prior, probably just doodles and things, but I do remember this one time, I think I was in 5th grade, I did draw the, I don't know her name, but I think it's the purple, I think she's a purple ant on Bug's Life, and I do remember drawing that for my grandma. So, but when I really got into art, like heavily, probably was in my late teens, actually. Before, it's just a lot of doodles and things like that. But I think my whole family likes art a whole lot. Not a think to it. I say I think a lot, but it's actually a fact. My whole family, my closest family, all into art. I think art is really like a part of our family to some large degree. Am I recording? Because this will suck. Yeah, I have to check because recording goes wrong for me almost endlessly. But yeah, back to what I was saying, if I could remember. So yeah, basically my whole family loves art, my closest family, and we've been doing this for a long time. I used to draw a lot with my siblings. We used to love drawing. We still love drawing. We make a lot of OCs, so our OCs are almost endless. Like, we've been making them since we were very young. So for as long as I can remember, we've been making OCs. So we really love and enjoy doing that, and I still enjoy doing that. That's what I do with even my 3D arts. I have so much fun with 3D, and that's basically what the channel is about. It is about like the 2D art as well, because I love that, but it's like blending the two together. But also I just want to like kind of like bring my passion for 3D to you, if you understand what I mean. Excuse me, I stutter a lot. It's just part of me. I kind of like stutter, so I will be doing probably a lot of chit chat, or as much chit chat as I can on this channel, because sometimes I can't. So those days where I cannot chit chat or say what's on my mind or different things like that, I would just be playing music that's, generally written by me at least, or either my sisters. Yeah. So, yeah, the lyrics is written by us. So I I think I think that people probably need to maybe get a different understanding of 3D art, because I've seen other 3D artists talk about it as well. Like it almost seems as though, 2D art does better than 3D art. Like 3D art, people will say it's high level, or it's a higher level of art maybe, or something like that. But really, well, I want to say that, but I guess in some form, because there are high levels of 2D art. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like in some form, 3D art is considered to be a higher level of art. And I think that opposed to 2D art, maybe 3D art is just a bit looked at wrong. Like people look at it more like, oh, that's a lot of work, or stuff like that, and it's not negating the fact that it is a lot of work. 2D art is too. I do 2D art, and I say that well, once you get the hang of 3D and it becomes a more easier process, I could say that some pictures of 2D art takes probably just as much time as 3D art. It depends on what you're doing with your picture, but if you're aiming for semi-realism, I have painted some. A couple of them. A lot of them I've lost, but I think I have like one or something. I tried to do realism on my 3D characters now, but in 2D form, I think I have one picture still that maybe I could share on this channel, and maybe I can even share the time lapse. But yeah, 3D. I want to. I'm going slow. It's part of my personality. I stutter. Yeah. So I stutter. I reiterate and reiterate and reiterate, and I will repeat things endlessly. So bear with me. But yeah, I want people to see 3D art a bit different. It's not just work. It's something that you can enjoy. It's when you gather the passion for it, it becomes a hobby. Just like 2D art, it becomes something fun, something enjoyable, something you enjoy the whole process of. Even if this or that is tedious, same with 2D art, you enjoy it. And I want to bring both of my passions and just like kind of like combine them together, because sometimes I look at my 3D art and I'm like, oh, it looks good standalone, but it needs something. So usually I'm gonna add filters, I'm gonna add extras, just to make it look all the more better, because why not? And well, my 2D art, I like to add it to my 3D, because I take notice that, though I can be okay with drawing people, I'm not that well with drawing people. I kind of like my 3D characters more for people. And then drawing in the objects or the scenery, or excuse me. Well, I really wouldn't say scenery, because I kind of do the scenery with 3D too. So I find it easier to even make the scenery in 3D instead of 2D. So I just want to blend this all together, and I hope it's understandable. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do, and maybe even want to try it yourself, because I'll tell you, like, these models I made in VRS Studio. Like, that's not a hard program to understand whatsoever, especially in comparison to Blender. But Blender, if you start understanding the terms and different things like that, Blender becomes easy too. Like before I understood the terms, I couldn't make anything. It was just totally confusing to me. But once I started to actually understand how to do simple things, I can build stages simply. Like, it's so much fun to make stages for me now. I have never, well, I have dabbled and dabbled in it, but I haven't completed my own, 3D model in Blender. I generally use DOLLHOUSE Studio for this because I kind of just like using DOLLHOUSE Studio. But one day I do want to use Blender. But Blender is just, another story right now. So, right, this channel is just for that. I want to kind of like bring my passion to you. Give you, a feel or a taste for 3D in a different spectrum, a different look at 3D. Like 3D isn't just for animation, 3D isn't just for, you can make pictures with 3D and things like that. It just, I think, to make it more aesthetically or more stylized or more appealing, maybe crossing over with the 2D and the 3D can highlight things a bit. So that's what I do with my art, and I want to sort of bring that to you. So yeah, I think this type of art, like, I would call it like crafty or like collaging or something like that, but with my own art, along with filters and things that the art program supplies. So I use EBS Paint, and I kind of use, the filters, their assets sometimes, just to, make the picture generally appealing, and that's what I want to do. And as I stated earlier, me and my siblings, we love making OCs, and that's what I still do. I have I cannot count how many. Even the new ones I recently made, I cannot count how many. I just love making them. I love writing their stories behind them. I love thinking about their stories. I haven't written for a minute now, but I love thinking about their stories. And I have written stories and different things like that. And I just want to bring all of that to this channel if I can. That's why I'm going to probably be chit-chatting a lot, maybe, depending on the time, depending on the circumstances. And if not, you will hear some music. I love music, and anyone who loves every genre of music, then maybe this, is the place for you, because I'll be playing different genres of music and likely songs you haven't heard before, but hey, I'm the type of person who likes to hear new songs. So I'm not the type of person to I'm strictly engaged in only popular songs or songs that are well known. No, I like all kinds of music. So generally, no, I'm not stuck on, just what's popular. Plus, what's popular is not really going to resonate with my channel because, as you know, it becomes copyright. So I can't really use it anyways, even if I would like to. It would run into copyright issues. Or else I'll only be able to use like a very small snippet and maybe get by. And I don't really want to do that. So yeah, I hope you have fun on this channel. I hope you like it here. I hope you find some love for 3D arts, because yeah, it's more funner than people may think. It's not all about work, even though you work for it. It's kind of like, think about you as a 2D artist. If you are a 2D artist, it's a lot of work, right? But it's a lot of fun too. And that's the same for 3D. And I want people to see that these 3D images can be stunning. They can be very appealing. They can be fun, creative, all of that. And no, your poses don't have to look super stiff with 3D models. It may look to a degree stiff, maybe. But I work with my models until the pose looks generally kind of relaxed or kind of normalized. So, it's not like how it seems. But yeah, I'm kind of probably like blabbing way too much now. But that's generally what this is. It's kind of like my diary, my art diary. And to show people like kind of like a different side of me besides, you know, like on the main Dollhouse channel, mostly me and others on our team are putting up work and the work end of it instead of the, you know, the fun of it. It's more like the work, the content, the things we sell in our shops, stuff like that. But I don't think as in showing our personality, it's really shining through. But here on our different channels, it would be able to shine through, such as I think she calls herself Reapers now. But SWEETMAGIQ made her own art channel now, and maybe you should go there as well. Not maybe, please go there and watch her art. She does wonderful 2D art. It's so beautiful. The art she does is stunning. Please support her. Help her build her morale because she is amazing, amazing artist. I'm not even on the level she is on 2D art. She is a great artist. So maybe you should go check out her art. No, maybe to it, please do. And you know, if you like it here, stick around. Feel free to subscribe and, you know, heart, like, you know, that stuff. And you know, stick around a bit and maybe you'll enjoy it here. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's a bit concluding it all. And so let's just show you the reveal of this image in completion. And until then, see you all later. I miss y'all.